Why are there two Koreas? Korean culture is pretty widespread online. Be it K-drama or the Bangtan Boys, you've probably come across some aspect of it during your time on the internet. This is Korea. Actually, there are two Koreas. Why? There are few places deserving of sequels, and just like movie standards, Korea knows its sequels are often worse than the original. But why is Korea divided at all? The story begins in 1945, at the end of World War II. By this time, a certain Austrian painter is long gone, and Japan has recently surrendered in the wake of having Hiroshima and Nagasaki dropped to the world's worst tourist destinations. A united Korea, which has just been liberated from Japanese rule, is divided amongst the Allied powers into North and South, each protected by the Soviet Union and the United States respectively. 1948 rolls around, and both sides still can't agree on a single government, so they decide to keep the country divided. This leads to the official formation of the modern nations of the Republic of Korea in the south and the Democratic People's Republic of Korea in the north, with a border along the 38th parallel. So, peace now, right? Wrong. Both sides are in relative peace for a while, but the premier of the north, Kim Il-sung, isn't happy. You see, he wants to unite Korea again under communist rule, and believes the north should have control of the entire peninsula. So with support from the Soviet Union, he decides to invade the South in 1950, and almost wins, but the South hits pretty hard, and manages to push back with the help of their own allies. The two fight for a while after that, but after years of struggle, they agree to a ceasefire in 1953. Since then, South Korea has switched to a democratic form of government and has prospered economically, developing strong industry and relations around the world. North Korea, however, has remained under a totalitarian government, has kept itself increasingly isolated, and has experienced little to no economic development over the years, remaining heavily dependent on aid from its neighbors. In 2018, an effort was made by both sides, with help from the USA and China, to make efforts towards peace between the two nations. However, this agreement was terminated by North Korea in 2023. So there you have it. One peninsula, two nations. Thanks for watching, and as for this topic, you are now up to date.